Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode. Hey, what's up? I've got a question for you. Is what you're doing right now sustainable in the long run? What do I mean by that? I mean, at the moment, it's just after New Year's, you're trying to lose weight, you might be doing keto, you might be doing paleo, you might be trying intermittent fasting, you might be exercising 4 days a week, you might be exercising 5 days a week, you might be exercising twice a day, whatever the fuck you're doing. The question is though, is it sustainable for you? Because if you're just doing this right now to lose the weight, I want you to ask yourself a question. What are you gonna do when you lose the weight? You're gonna go back to what you were doing? No, you can't, because that's what made you put on the weight in the first place. But you can't keep up with what you're doing at the moment. So now you're stuck in this, you're stuck. You're just like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. Because you want instant results. And I get it. We wanna lose weight. We wanna look good. We wanna get the weight off as soon as possible. And who doesn't? But if you're not playing the patience game, then you are messing yourself up. It's really that simple. If you are trying to go balls to the wall in the first 30 days, in the first 60 days, because you want to lose 20 kilos or whatever it's going to be, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to look great, I'm going to get all this stuff done, I'm going to have fantastic results, and then, I don't know, if you just get mind blank and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do after this, then you need to stop what you're doing, okay? And you need to find something that's more a practical approach. If you're doing keto, but you love carbohydrates, you probably shouldn't be doing keto. And just a quick thing on that, if you're doing keto and you're cutting out carbohydrates and you think pizza's carbohydrates, it's not. If you think ice cream's carbohydrates, it's not. If you think that pie is carbohydrates, it's not. And so when you're thinking, I'm doing keto, you're not because I'm going to cut out carbohydrates. You're not cutting out carbohydrates. You're cutting out carbohydrates combined with fats, combined with salt, combined with sugar, and that's what actually makes it. And that's what actually makes it, let's say, that's why it's successful. It's because you've cut out those foods that are so tempting. So good sources of carbohydrates: potatoes, pasta, rice, oats, fruit. They're not bad. So just think about that. Anyways, so talking about intermittent fasting. Let's talk about intermittent fasting. I love it, right? Because I don't like having breakfast. But if you're doing intermittent fasting and you love breakfast, and every morning you're waking up miserable going, fucking hell, I can't have my coffee with my milk, then you probably shouldn't be doing that either, okay? So whatever you're doing, you need to be able to ask yourself, am I gonna be able to maintain this for the next 2 or 3 years? And if you're not, you've just gotta change it. And it might take a little bit longer to find something that's gonna work for you, but it might take a little bit longer now, but in the long run, you're gonna be able to keep off the weight. Because if you can follow something that's gonna keep you consistent for the rest of your life, guess what? It's not gonna be an effort to keep off weight all the time. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard, you're gonna have to be conscious of it, but it's not gonna be as hard as you going back and forth because you're bouncing from keto to paleo to all that other shit because you think that's the answer. You think that there's some special magical result that's gonna be there, okay? So I just wanna give you that heads up. And the same thing comes to training. If you're training 6 days a week, or 7 days a week, or twice a week, or you're running fucking a marathon and you haven't done anything in ages and you're like, wow, how long am I gonna be able to keep this up for? Cut that back, man. Just go to do something sustainable. If you're going from 0 times and you go to 2 times, that's 200% increase, okay? If you go from 0 times to 7 times, that's a 700% increase. That's a lot. And if you can sustain that, I'm very impressed, because even me being a trainer, I don't train 7 days a week, all right? So I want you to think about that. I want you to just ask yourself that question, because if you ask yourself that question and you realize that what you're doing isn't sustainable, you can change it. You can change it like today or tomorrow. And then you go from there, okay? So just think about that, okay? Don't chase the short-term approach, because yeah, it seems sexy, but short-term ain't gonna last around forever. And also another thing while I'm talking to you about that, so let's talk about like what are the sustainable approaches? What makes people successful in the long run? So number one, it is doing something that's sustainable, okay? So some people, they follow keto, but they actually don't care because they don't like carbs, they can stick to it for the rest of their life. Some people, like myself, do intermittent fasting because when we do intermittent fasting, what happens is I don't get hungry at breakfast time, and if I can push my meal back further and further, I can eat more food during the day, and it makes me feel great. So that's for me. When it comes to training, I like to train six days a week, and then I have one day that I have off. Other people only like to train 3 days a week, and they find that sustainable. So it doesn't matter. Everyone's gonna have different things. There's no hard and fast rule of you must exercise this many times a day or you must follow this diet. Because if you look at all these diets, they all work. They all work for certain people because these people are able to adhere to it. And the question is, are you able to adhere to it for the long term? Because if you aren't, then you've got to change it, okay? And it's gonna be searching, it's gonna take time. That's the thing, it's gonna take time. And time sucks. Because you can Uber Eats things now, you can buy stuff on Amazon and get it delivered literally in the next couple of hours. Like, you see all these instant gratifications, but when it comes to, you see the 90-day results on Instagram, but like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, you saw it in 90 days. What about the 90 days after the 90 days? Are they still on track with their fitness goals? Who knows? So you can go strict for 90 days, you can go strict for, let's say 3 months, but eventually you're gonna fucking break. And if you fucking break, guess what? You're gonna go backwards to your old habits. And when you go back to your old habit, you're gonna go back to your old body. No one wants to go back to their old body. Not me, not you, not anyone, okay? So just think about that, like take some time. And if it's like, okay, I can't see myself doing keto in the next 3 months, what am I supposed to do? Well then, look for an approach that's gonna allow you to have carbohydrates in your diet. So that might be intermittent fasting. That might be tracking your calories. If you're like, you know what, I've tried this intermittent fasting thing and I just get so hangry and I wanna kill everyone, then intermittent fasting isn't for you. So then you need to have breakfast, and that's fine. You just gotta control your calories again, okay? So that's one of the biggest habits, is asking yourself, is the adherence. Number two is having the social support, okay? So social support or accountability comes in many different ways. Number one, it comes from personal trainer. Hello, you're talking to one. Personal trainers with being where you need to be, and we can show you how to get to your goal faster, okay? We're also there to pick you up when you lose motivation. We're also there to say, hey, what's going good, what's going bad. So personal trainers are awesome. If you can't afford a personal trainer, get a friend or family member to keep you on track. Say, hey, I need you to support me. Are you gonna come to the gym with me? Can you just check in on me? You know, get that social support. Change doesn't happen on your own. Change happens around other people. And when you can get the people on the same page as you, it's gonna be so much easier to stick to, okay? So you got social accountability there from a trainer, from family or friends, or just go and post it on social media. I mean, you see people who have Instagram who just for fitness accounts. If you post your walk every single day, if you post your workout every single day, that's something that's keeping you on track, okay? So you've got the adherence and sustainability, you've got social accountability. The third thing that's really, really important, well, they're all actually super important, but the third thing that makes it a key decision is to measure, okay? So how are you tracking? Is it your weight? Is it your photos? Is it the way your clothes fit? Is it body fat measurements? Whatever you can do to track your progress over time to make sure you move, I've talked about this on another podcast, to move forwards is what's gonna keep you on the track in the long run, okay? So just ask yourself, like, how are you gonna measure progress? For me, I like using the scale every single day. Another way I like to track progress is do my body fat every 3 months. And when you can do that continually and you can see that progress moving forwards, that's what's gonna help keep you motivated. That's what's gonna help keep you going, because you can see, do I need to make any adjustments or am I on the right track? So tracking your progress is so important. The more you measure, the more you can manage. And when you can manage it, you can decide, okay, do I need to make this change or do I need to make that change, okay? So that is, it's funny because like we know it, but we don't do it. And all you can do, literally, get a scale, post a piece of paper with, and you write your weight every single day. It's really that simple, okay? So now I'm having a mind blank on number 4, but stay with me for a second while I think about this. So we've got accountability, we've got sustainability, we've got tracking their progress, and a specific goal. What is your specific goal? You can't just say, I want to lose weight. Nah, that's bullshit. Cool, everyone wants to fucking lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? And when do you want to lose it by? That's a better question to ask yourself. I want to lose X amount of weight by this date because of this reason. When you have that set in stone, it's much more easier to achieve. For me, by the 31st of March, I want to be down to 70 kilos because over Christmas time, way too much food. I ain't hiding it, I'm telling the truth. I eat way too much food, but I'm on track to get back on point. And I've written down that goal. I've looked at it daily. I know exactly what weight I want to be by what date, and when I had that clear, sustainable goal there, I'm much more motivated to achieve it, okay? So if you follow those tips, if you ask yourself, is this going to be sustainable for the long run? If you track your progress, if you get someone there to support you, and you have an achievable, sustainable, and defined goal, you are much more likely to be successful with your weight loss in 2019, okay? So I hope that was helpful. Now, if you do want to try intermittent fasting, and you want to give it a go, and you're like, I don't know, yeah, sure, go to tysonbrown.com.au/bundle to download it now. Or actually, you can click the link below and I'll send it to you, okay? So that's going to give you an intermittent fasting guide. It's going to give you a 6-week workout program, and it's also going to give you 20 high protein recipes you can have at any time of the day, okay? So, till tomorrow, speak to you then. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got 2 different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're gonna help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download your free guides, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.